This is the classic Coronation Street omnibus on Granada Plus, home of the hits.
Yeah, they should have put that Liverpool lot behind bars.
Hey, I heard about that. What happened to her?
Oh, they scarpered before the police arrived. Leaving Eddie and Fred holding the baby, or at least leaving them with a piano.
Did they get run in then, Eddie and Fred?
No, they were very lucky. They found a policeman with a sense of humour, which was more than I've got this morning. My head's still ringing.
Good morning.
Oh, do you have to look so flaming radiant?
Hey, my mum's given me some new tea bags for us to try. We have them at home and they're nicer than them we're getting.
Oh, says so.
Well,
Come on, let's have a look then.
Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I've got a wonderful feeling. Everything's coming my way.
Flipping heck.
Hey, that was from Oklahoma, that you know.
It should have stopped where it was.
Howard Keeley runs on stage, jumps over a 5-bar gate and lets rip. Mind you, they called him Harold then.
You'll be Harold if you don't get cracking soon.
12-year-old old my Uncle Fred took me to Opera House. There I walked, front row circle, new frock on, box of chocolates on me naked. Do you know my Uncle Fred? He had 2 tickets for every show. He'd plenty of brass, you know. Nobody knew where he got it from, but he'd more money than the rest of our family put together. And we're a big family, I can tell you.
What's brought this on?
Just the way I feel. Oh, what a beautiful...
sure, Vera.
Well, that's how it started.
Oh, yes, and I reckon that's how it finished, and all of you started out like that.
Yeah. Hey, I'll tell you what, though, you can tell, can't you, when you wake up, if you're going to have a good day.
If you wake up at all, Vera, that's the start.
Of course, you're right, kid. And rest's a bonus. But I knew as soon as I woke up, kid. I sent his highness off with a flea in his ear, and he's not coming back while late, so the world's in front of me.
Well, go easy on it, won't you?
Of course I will. You know me, I love everybody, mate.
Oh. Hey, talking about loving everybody, I hear that Mark Baldwin took a shine to that florist woman at Eddie's engagement party. You know, that I shot with Marion Works.
Who told you that?
Hey, never mind who told you. Let's have a bit of scandal.
Yeah, go on.
Well, you can't blame him if he does fancy her. She knows her way around. She's a very smart girl.
Girl! I heard she were knocking on a bit.
She's a good few years younger than you, Vera, and chance it.
Well, blimey, it must be cradle snatching.
Oh, and then there's that order from Mulholland's, and then we...
Morning, Mr. Baldwin.
Good morning, ladies.
Oh, don't you look happy, look? Is it your love life?
Well, it wouldn't be my business life, would it? Not with you lot.
All hearts and flowers, is it? Hey, do you get that? All hearts and flowers.
All right, come on. Who's been talking?
Hey, that's what you get for being famous. We're just as nosy about Robert Redford, you know.
Hey, listen, I'm nosy. I can get my hands on him.
God forbid.
Listen, he can talk, but he could do a lot worse, you know.
Where's my leathers?
Where did you put them?
Out in the yard.
Well, that's where they'll be then. I haven't touched your flipping leathers. Look, Stanley, the sum total of your working equipment is a couple of chamois, a ladder, a bucket and a change of water every Preston Guild. Now, if you can't keep an eye on that little lot, heaven help you.
Had them 2 minutes ago.
What's them?
Oh, aye.
Oh, aye. Mind they don't bite you. And come here.
I'm in a rush.
You've never been in a rush to get to work all your life, and you never will be. Come here when you're told. Just look at the state of that paintwork.
What about it?
What about... I'll tell you what about it. The last time you decorated this place, Mabel Curry brought her youngest round, and he couldn't even say paint. Do you know where he is now? 2nd year at the Comprehensive. That's what about it.
I can't decorate when I come home. I'm tired from the windows.
Well, you could try earning a bit more money, and then we could let Ernie Conran do it. That wouldn't hurt you.
I'll do my best.
Oh, if I didn't believe that, Stan, I'd have left you years since. I just wish it was a better best, that's all. Go on, get gone.
Here you go. Hey, Hilda, have you ever clapped your eyes on the Sahara Desert? Get a basin full of that.
Oh.
Do you know I could made her a cup of tea just to irrigate the parched areas?
Oh, it's not very warm, this.
Well, a tea bag and a sloshie of boiling water. It'll be a pot of nectar, that.
Are you brewing up?
Yeah, for him I am, because he's been working. You haven't even started yet.
Oh, I see you.
See you, Stanley. Hey, no peeping through bathroom windows. Hey, Hilda, do you ever get that uncontrollable urge?
You are?
You know, every spring when the sap's rising, to chuck out the old, old ornaments and furniture and husbands,
Oh, don't tempt me.
It may not be obvious to the layman, but this time of the year, every dustbin is an absolute treasure house. I mean, look at that. Genuine Capo di Monte, that is. Bit chipped here and there, but stick it behind something and you'd never know the difference.
What is all this lot?
Well, bits and pieces. Money for me bottom drawer,
Who's gonna buy that rubbish?
One Judy's rubbish is another Judy's pride and joy. You'd be surprised. Sponge over with a damp rag and the use of my silver tongue, and that is like money in the bank. These are the antiques of tomorrow, then.
Oh, yeah, 100 years tomorrow.
Time passes, Hilda. Tempus fugitus.
Oh, come in, it's a shop.
Hello.
Hello, love.
I was just passing on my way to cabin.
And you couldn't, could you? Because you were drawn to me like iron filings to a magnet.
What a nice way to start the day. Hey, am I seeing you tonight?
You definitely are. I'll pop round about 7.
Fine.
Here, better than that. Now, why don't you come round here about 5 and make their tea for them?
Yeah, okay.
Why, where are you going?
Well, I'm going into town to meet a friend of mine. No, it's not a fella, just a girl I used to be at school with. Meeting at about 5 and we're going to have a look round the shops. And then I thought we'd treat ourselves to a spot of tea at that milk bar by Piccadilly bus station and then off to bingo. Make a day of it, like.
What are you going so late for? The shops will be closed.
There's not much point in them being open, is there? We're only going window shopping.
Listen, I'll see you when I've finished work. Are you going to be in the pub at dinner time?
There is definitely a chance.
Well, I'll try and make it. I'm not sure, but I'll try. Ta-ta, then.
Ta-ra, love.
Hey, come here, you. I haven't finished with you yet.
Oh, aren't I doing well? 2 in one morning.
What about Haddon Hall? I've never been to Haddon Hall, and I believe it's lovely.
Neither have I. Yes, all right then. There's something about a stately home, isn't there?
Well, you can come and look round ours for 25p each. Mind you, bank holidays, there might be queues, especially if Lord Len's showing off his vintage vans.
No, I think, on balance, I prefer Haddon Hall.
Thought you might. Hello, love.
Hello.
Yes, love. Now, take no notice of these, they're only nattering.
Oh, well, 3 packs of chewing gum, please.
Trying to give up smoking?
Yeah, how did you guess? I'm trying to persuade Eddie to give up too.
Why, you're losing no time, are you, getting him under the thumb?
Well, started you mean to carry on?
That sounded a very nice party you had last night.
Oh, dear, did we keep you awake?
No, I don't sleep very well anyway.
Just as well with the crowd she had.
We won't be having another for a long time, promise. Well, thank you. Bye-bye.
Right. Congratulations on your engagement.
Oh, yes, yes.
And to Eddie.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.
You wanted him, didn't you?
I did not.
Go on, tell us about him.
There's no wrong with having a boyfriend, you know.
I haven't got a boyfriend. Well, not a proper one.
Well, tell us about him, proper one, then.
Oh, we're not all like you, thank God.
Oh, leave the lass alone. Take my advice, love. You play the field. You've plenty of time before you settle down with one particular boyfriend.
Don't be like Elsin, tight with a slip knot.
You're not exactly chained hand and foot, are you, Vera?
No, I aren't, and I've no intentions of being either, shift.
Hey, were your wage packets all right last week?
How do you mean, love?
Well, there were £4 extra in mine.
Well, now you come to mention it, there were £4 over odds in mine and all.
Yeah, well, there were four quid over in mine as well. Only I'd have kept it to myself, I wouldn't have said no.
I was only...
Same with you two?
Yeah.
Me too.
I was only thinking perhaps we ought to tell Mr. Baldwin.
Well, why? If he wants to give us a bonus, let him.
Hey, but supposing it into a bonus? Well, can you see Mike Baldwin giving us a bonus and not saying out about it?
Well, it's not like him, is it?
Oh, look, stop running him down. Let's give him benefit of doubt.
Yeah, well, he's not here now, so we can't ask him, can we?
Well, nobody says out to him till we all agree then, right?
Yeah.
I think I'd better go tell all of us.
Yeah, good idea. No,
I was only thinking perhaps it'd be best if we mentioned it to him.
Where's Annie gone then?
She's gone to Derby, to Bay Jonies, to a more refined atmosphere, she said.
You weren't at this party last night, were you? I think I was.
Oh, talk about Sodom and Gomorrah.
Oh, pack it in, will you? It wasn't me shouting the odds, you know.
Oh, but it was them scouse mates of yours, wasn't it?
Well, he didn't do so bad, did he? Eh? On his bended knees, asking to be nicked.
Yeah, I didn't think you needed to ask.
Oh, give it a rest, will you? Oh, good. I'm glad you're here. You take the pressure off. Can I have a Campari and a soda for the lady?
We were talking about the party. Mind you, there was one bright spot. How's that boss of yours?
Oh, she's fine.
Asking about me, is she?
No.
Hey, give it a ring. She might be lonely.
Nah. Always let the woman make the first move. Baldwin's law, that.
You might wait a long time for Maggie. She plays hard to get.
They generally do, especially the good-looking ones.
Oh, hey, did you see Marion dinner time?
Yeah, she was in the pub, yeah.
Well, is she coming for a tea? It's 5:15 now.
Yeah, she said she'd be here about 5, after she knocks off work, you know.
What are you going out this time for?
I've told you I'm meeting a friend in town.
What friend?
Never you mind what friend, it's out to do with you. And think on, you two wash up after your tea. I don't want you treating that girl the way you treat me, like a flipping pack horse. Right, I'll see you after bingo. And I want this place spotless when I get back. Spotless.
Clean off the spots, there'll be nothing left.
Do you think she's got another fella? Eh? Do you think she's got another fella?
Stanley, you might find this hard to believe, but you're the only fella in her life, God help her. Now, if you want to make yourself really useful, go in there and put a brew on while I work a bit of magic on my coupon. Oh! Oh!
Hang on, that chest and we were married.
Well, it owes you nothing then, does it, Stanley?
Oh, she'll kill you.
Stanley, it was an accident.
There'll be another one when she gets back. And that won't be a broken leg either.
Oh, my.
Greg Montgomery, Harvard-educated U.S. attorney.
I want everyone here to see exactly what Greg Montgomery is bringing to the party.
I don't know, Stanley. If I was any good at woodwork, I'd be earning me living at it, wouldn't I, instead of on the bins?
I thought you could do everything.
Yeah, well, there's gaps in my education. Still, it's better than having nothing but gaps like some I could mention.
She'll kill you.
Stanley, it was an accident. It's years of you sitting on it. And will you stop standing there saying she'll kill me?
She will.
Don't throw bouquets at me. Don't please my folks too much. Don't laugh at my jokes too much. Oh, hey, Mike, wouldn't you know, kid? People will say we're in love.
Are you gone mad or something?
Mad about you, because you're warm and generous, boss.
You think I'm generous? Now I know you're putty.
What do you reckon? He knows naught about it.
Should I ask him?
You stay where you are. Look, work it out for yourselves. If he didn't know about it, he'd have told us.
Yeah, now that seems reasonable enough.
Is that Dunlop, Florist? Oh, well, could I speak to Miss Maggie Dunlop, please? Oh, isn't she? No, I'll call back later. It wasn't important, it was personal, that's all. Okay. Thanks a lot. Goodbye.
Hey, Rita! What's this with Charlie Ashurst? He hasn't paid his paper bill for 7 weeks.
Well, he's been out of work for over a year.
So he can't afford to buy papers then, can he?
Or maybe he needs a paper to find a job.
And so what are we, Social Security all of a sudden? Have a word with him next time he comes in, will you? Just tell him he's got 2 more weeks and then he's at it.
Go on, go and build your house.
I can't. I'm waiting for timber, aren't I? And don't change the subject. If you want to get stroppy with Charlie Ashurst.
I'll let her do it. She's down-faced.
Oh, I am not.
Oh, I've been looking for you.
Well, we're not all as big as you, Stan.
What can I do for you, Stanley?
Have you got 2 of those going cheap?
No, I haven't, and neither has anybody else. I'm afraid you'll have to buy all 4 of them, mate. And they'll have to be threaded and all.
Where will I get them?
Harrison's. And get a move on, too, because they're closing in 5 minutes.
Oh, heck.
I'm sorry!
He looked in trouble, didn't he?
And you can bet it's something Hilda knows now about.
Oh, come on, Stanley.
When can I get this table laid?
Oh, I'm sorry to hold you up, love. I mean, there aren't many unforeseen circumstances that take priority over grub, but this is one of them. Oh, thank the Lord for that. Where the Halifax have you been?
Spending me money. 265 on for them.
Well, never mind the finances. We'll sort it out later. Did you get the stain?
No.
Have you got a saw?
No.
Oh, great. There's nothing like being properly equipped, is there?
Listen, I saw some dark stain in Elsie's, so the mahogany it was.
Right, well, you get a lend of that, and you go and get a saw.
Where'll I get a saw from?
Where will he get us? From Weatherfield General, Stanley. They're using him every day, nip in the operating theatre and take one out. Lem Fairclough, you beak.
I've just left him.
Stanley, on your marks, get set, Hilda.
Oh, Fred.
Well, do I sound dead? Yeah, I know I haven't phoned you for 6 months, but like I told you, I've been out the country. But that doesn't mean to say I haven't been thinking about you, does it? You got yourself a what? Oh, well, that's loyalty for you, isn't it? I don't phone you for 6 months and you go and get yourself a boyfriend. Well, I'll tell you what to do. Yeah, I know. I get lonely as well. Look, tell you what, just give him the elbow for one night, eh? Yeah, all right. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I'll phone you some other time then. Yeah. See ya. Hello.
A delivery of flowers for Mr. Baldwin.
Yeah, all right. Bring him up. Well. Are they for me?
Well, I thought I'd strike a blow for women's lib. Why shouldn't a woman give a man flowers?
Yeah, especially when they haven't cost you anything.
I could have put them back in the fridge and sold them.
Oh, no, sorry. I'm being ungrateful, ain't I? You know, I think they look absolutely beautiful.
I don't suppose you've got such a thing as a vase?
Yeah, I've got one in the kitchen.
Oh, I'll see to it.
Tell me, to what do I owe this honour?
Well, I heard you were trying to get in touch.
Me? Nah.
Oh, really? Janice thought it was you.
Who's Janice?
Well, she works in the shop with me. She said you rang about 5. At least somebody rang. And she heard sewing machines clattering away in the background.
Oh, no, it must be the sound of someone selling mailbags. Who do you know in Strangeways?
No one yet.
Still, nice to know you've been talking about me.
Have I?
Well, you must have, mustn't you? I mean, otherwise, how would this Janice connect me with sewing machines?
Janice didn't do the connecting, I did. She just mentioned the machines.
Ah.
Well, does this crosstalk go on all night, or do I get a drink?
You get a drink. What, gin and tonic?
Please.
There you go.
Now, who says flowers don't transform a room? Thanks.
You don't need flowers.
Oh, the man can say nice things, after all.
Especially when I've got someone nice to say them to.
Well, I bought the flowers. Do I invite you to dinner as well?
Yeah, why not? I'll tell you what. Just for this once, why don't you let the man do the playing?
Oh, I'll drink to that.
Mud in your eye?
Now, don't you start to get enough from that flaming building inspector.
Oh, give up. He's only doing his job.
Doing his job? He's costing me a flaming fortune, him doing his job.
He's only looking at the safety side. Listen, if you sell that little place to some old age pensioner and they fall through the bedroom floor, how are you going to feel about it?
If I was a big developer sunning myself in the south of France, I wouldn't feel a thing, would I?
Well, you're not. You're living next door, aren't you?
That's right. That's why I'm doing as I'm told. But at least I can have a gripe, can't I? It's all I'm entitled to. God knows it's all I get.
Giving you a hard time, is it?
Does he ever do hotels?
You behave yourself, you, or I'll have you chucked out. Yes, ladies.
It said 8 o'clock. Oh, yes, here we are, look. Bank holiday Monday, Hatton Hall. Leave Weatherfield Precinct, 8 a.m. Return 10 p.m. It's very reasonable.
Oh, yes, all right then.
Oh, good. Do we deserve a break?
I never have anything else.
Oh, I wish I could say that.
You wouldn't. Not if you were sitting at home all day, twiddling your thumbs.
You're still looking for a job?
Without much success, I'm afraid. There aren't many going at the moment.
I don't suppose there are. Still, we've got Hatton Hall to look forward to.
Would you credit it? Listen, world's my oyster tonight, and I finish up with somebody like you.
I would just think of trouble I've saved you from.
Ah, well, trouble like that I like. Anyway, haven't you got at bingo?
Yeah, I'm game.
Right then, sup up. With any luck, we might meet a couple of old age pensioners with more money than sense.
Don't you think about hotels, but fellas?
No, not allowed.
Oh, me belly feels me throat's cut.
We've already had 400 sandwiches.
Not the same as proper food.
Listen, will you stop worrying about your innards and swivel that leg like I told you?
I bet they do it like that at G-Plan.
And no funny remarks from you either. Right. That should do. Let's have a look. Yeah. Great, right, come on, let's get these old legs off. Right. Well, hold it steady, go on.
Hey, oh.
Do you have to do that?
Don't worry your pissy little head. When Hilda comes back, it'll be as good as new. Oh, must have been a car.
Just as well. She'll kill us if she finds out.
Stanley, Hilda is a reasonable woman. And what's better is she's a reasonable woman that won't be back till the bingo's finished.
Are you sure that's the only way to mend
Of
it?
course I'm sure.
Eddie!
A man has got to do what a man has got to do.
Eddie!
See? Said nothing.
I never knew the place existed.
Yeah. I'm not taking you there again. That head waiter fancied you.
Head waiters have good taste.
So am I.
Before you do anything else, are you sure you want to?
Yeah, I'm sure.
When you're ready, bet same again, love.
Where are your mates tonight then, the lovely Ogdens?
Oh, they're having a bargy at home. We got out the way.
Oh, just like the home life of our own dear sweet queen.
Listen, I bet she has her ups and downs and all.
Get off with you, they have servants have their rounds for them.
Probably right now, you know.
Well, I still don't know why we had to go and see that. I don't like war films.
That wasn't a war film. They were doing more harm to that girl than they were Germans.
Well, I still didn't like it.
Look, it's not my fault the bingo were closed.
What was that about the bingo?
It's closed for alterations. And it's all my fault, according to her.
You see, the cruel hand of fickle fate.
Anyway, come on, get your purse out, seeing you've £4 more than you thought you had. 2 lagers, bet, love.
Hey, I've been thinking about that.
Well,
suppose it weren't a mistake and it goes on for a few weeks. Do you think he might try to claim money back?
Oh, he'll be lucky.
Do you think we ought to go back? Give Stan a bit of moral support.
Well, she won't still be at it, surely.
You want to bet?
Only decent stick of furniture I've got in the house, and you ruin it like you ruin everything else.
Oh, shut up, will you? I want to go sleep.
You sleep when I finish with you, not before. And you can shut up and all. Listen to him. Just listen to him, you great love. You're not fit to live in a decent neighbourhood, you. And that fat love up to the right of yours. Oh, just wait till he gets home.
Put a sock in it, will you?
Ah, dear, I should have listened to my mother. She said you were a no good bladder lad, and by gum she were right.
Oh, you decided to come back, have you? Won't send a search party out for you.
No, I happened to bump into Mrs. Wainwright.
You'll have to look where you're going, you know.
I mean to talk to her. Anyway, it turns out that she went to Haddon Hall last spring bank holiday.
Fancy.
Oh, do you think the weather will be nice?
If I could tell you that, I wouldn't be behind this counter selling papers, would I?
I'm looking forward to it.
So am I.
You?
Yes, because while you're in Derbyshire, you won't be bending my ear about it, will you? Hey, I bet you wouldn't say no to a cup of tea, would you?
Oh, I'd love one.
Go on then, put kettle on.
Good morning.
Morning. Nice to see somebody happy.
What else? I added my tights putting on. There was no hot water and the bus was 20 minutes late. You've got to laugh, haven't you? Yeah, I love you wanted that.
Oh, Ta.
Now, can you let me have it back about dinner because Betty's after it?
Dinner time, I promise.
Ta, was it out special you wanted?
No, just something for me holidays.
I know what you mean. 6'3", 14 stone and blue eyes.
No, it was some new frocks. Now you mention it, no, that's not a bad idea.
Oh, it's funny. Len never said out about it.
You don't need any new frocks, love.
About holidays. We were talking about him at Rovers yesterday.
That's because he knows naught about it.
I see.
Well, you know what Len's like about holidays. I have to choose my moments. So, not a word to him about it, right?
Right. Your guilty secret is safe with me, kid. Dinner time then?
Promise.
See ya. Draw.
Oh, that's something I could do with.
Oh, a catalogue.
No, something new for summer.
Oh, where are you going?
Well, I'm not going anywhere, am I? I just fancy something new, that's all.
Just think where you might have been. Sunning yourself on the sports deck, cocktails by moonlight.
I'd rather not discuss it if you don't mind.
Well, you've got to admit, cruising around the Mediterranean beats delivering papers into a cocktail any day.
Well, it just depends who you've got for company, and if it happens to be Derek Wilton, well, I'd rather be delivering papers, thank you very much.
I'm very glad to hear that, because young Kevin's mum's just phoned and he's not coming in this afternoon either. Who's a lucky girl, then?
Hello. Oh. Hello, Maggie. How are you? Yeah, I was going to phone you later. Hey? Me? Well, you know, just to thank you for last night. Yeah, I know I paid for the meal, but I mean, what would it have been like without such attractive company? Yeah. Yeah, we will have to do it again, and soon, eh? Lunchtime? Yeah, of course I eat at lunchtime. No. Well, I've got nothing on that I can't get out of. Yeah, okay, then what time shall I pick you up? Oh, well, look, if you're going to be near the factory at that time, yeah, okay, pop in, that'd be great. All right. Yeah, I'll see you then. Be good. Okay, bye-bye.
I wasn't listening, Mr. Baldwin, if that's what you're thinking. No, I was just waiting for you to finish on the telephone, like. I didn't want to come busting in, did I?
Hilda, if you weren't earwigging, how did you know I was on the phone?
Ah, well, I could hear you talking to somebody, you see, and, well, I didn't reckon you'd be talking to yourself. Not yet, any road.
Well, you coming in or not?
Yeah. You still here, then?
Well, what does it look like?
No, I mean, you're not usually here this time of the morning.
I happen to have had a very late night.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Businessmen sometimes do, you know.
Oh, business.
Hilda, that nose of yours is twitching again.
I don't know what you mean.
Oh, yes, you do, and I'll tell you something else. One day you're going to get it chopped off poking it into other people's business. And especially mine, okay?
Yes.
Come on, Stanley. Only want a wetted tea, not an Abby's breakfast.
I can't make the kettle boil any faster.
Well, try switching it on then.
Ah, funny.
Oh, come on. I've had the cart out there for 10 minutes already.
If you don't like the service, you know what you can do.
Is there any way to speak to a mucker who's just saved your life?
Who broke it in the first place?
Stanley, it was an accident. Anyway, it's all fixed now. Saved you a packet, that has, you know.
Not bad.
Not bad? When them posh magazines get wind of this, it could start a whole new fashion. Hello there, Mrs. Holt.
Well, what are you two doing here at this time?
11's is. Great British tradition, you know.
For your information, it's only 10:15.
11's is, 10:15's is, who's counting? You don't have to bottle up your undying admiration for the work of the British craftsman, you know.
Still standing then, eh?
Still standing? It's as solid as the rock of Gibraltar.
Well, it'll need to be if it's to put up with him, if it ever does.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, I notice you're not in much of a hurry to sit in it, are you? Neither of you.
Yeah, well, you can't look at it and sit in it at the same time, can you?
Eddie, for your information, chairs are for sitting on, not for gawping at.
All right, Hilda, point taken. Stanley, chair.
Hey?
Well, you heard the lady. Do the opening ceremony.
Why me?
Well, it's your chair, isn't it?
Well, it's your idea of the legs, wasn't it?
Yeah, but Stanley, it's your chair.
Look, if you want to christen that chair, you can do. I don't mind, honest.
I thought as much.
Oh, hang on a second. Don't be hasty, Hilda.
Well, are you going to sit in it, or aren't you?
Yeah, right. Right then. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Steady as a rock. Go on, you have a go.
Right, come out the road.
What did I tell you? English craftsmanship at its best.
Well, you can see the difference blindfold, can't you? I mean, anyone would think that Vera had been here 5 minutes, not Kathy.
All right, I'll tell her, Mr. Baldwin.
Yeah, well, make sure she gets a message this time, will you? And tell her if she spent as much time working as she does exercising her tongue, we'd be up for the Queen's Award for Industry.
You must have something lined up. Nobody does know on a bank holiday.
No, nothing.
Do you know kids today, they don't know how to enjoy themselves, do they?
Yeah, it's not what paper says. According to them, they never do no else.
Oh, when I was her age, I can't remember a bank holiday without a shower trip.
Yeah, I can remember, kid. I've had my moments on a shower, I'll tell you.
Hey, them were the days, weren't they?
They were, kid.
I want to word with you.
What's up?
Look at them.
What's up with
Not them. Them. Now, do you call that straight?
that? Did I do that?
Yes, you flaming well did, Vera.
Well, it must have been that zigzag cotton we had last week.
Well, I'll tell you what, he will zigzag you if he catches you yet again. Now, watch it, will you?
Oh, I will. Hey, who's she when she's at home?
Well, I don't know, do I? Hey, you don't think Lady's been up to her tricks again, do you?
Don't be so daft. She's too classy for any fella that Elsie'd go out with.
Well, one of those these days, Vera, your tongue will cut your throat for you.
Excuse me. Can I help you? I was looking for Mr. Baldwin.
Oh, business, is it?
I think that's my business, don't you?
He's in there.
Thank you.
Why, heck, Ivy, she marked your card for you, didn't she?
Hey, what do you reckon she is, Henry Road?
Search me, I've never seen her before.
Oh, didn't you, Vera? You surprised me. I thought you knew everything.
You know something, Elsie, don't you?
Hey, come on, don't keep it to yourself.
All right. She's Marion's boss.
Marion's boss? Well, what's she doing in here?
Well, use your common sense, kid. She ain't coming here to order 6 dozen pairs of jeans, has she?
So this is where it all happens.
Well, it did. Till you came.
Oh, I hope I'm not interrupting anything. I am earlier than I said.
No, that's right. Right then, now you're here, do you want to look around? Tours are the speciality of the house.
I think I'd rather eat.
Oh, I was hoping you'd say that. Right then, where should we go? What do you fancy?
Up to you.
Well, I know where they do a good businessman's lunch, the Station Hotel.
So I've heard.
You don't sound very impressed.
I don't think I can face all that this time of day.
All right, then what about something light? Pâté and wine?
Sounds perfect.
Good, I know just a place.
Not too crowded.
Well, it wasn't when I left it this morning.
What wasn't?
My flat. There's a delicatessen around the corner, we can pick something up. I might even go as far as buying a bottle of plonk. What do you say?
Suits me.
Right.
When you're ready, love.
Alf?
Not for me, Tom.
You're not going up the town hall again, are you?
I'm just coming back, and if I don't get back soon, Deirdre will forget what I look like.
I don't reckon he goes to town hall at all. You know, I think he's got a part-time job studying co-op window.
Oh, you've blown it now. What do you have to tell him for?
Because they're a times counsellor when you are too modest for your own good.
Oh, that's true.
I can't twist your arm, then.
No, I'll see you later.
I don't know.
Hello. Hi, right then. Hi, mate. Right, now you're here. What are you having?
I think I'll stick to tomato juice, love.
Tomato juice? Have a proper drink.
It is a proper drink.
Yeah, but you know what I mean.
Tomato juice is fine, honest.
Lou, would you two like me to come back a bit later when you've had time to make your minds up? I mean, it is a big decision, this, isn't it?
Oh, it's all right, Lynch. I'll have a pint of bitter for me and a tomato juice for the lady.
That's right, love. You start as you mean to go on. Don't let him go making all the decisions for you.
Don't worry, I won't.
You see, the secret is to let them think they're making all the decisions.
Thanks for the warning, Lynch. Oh, you're early, aren't you?
Well, the cat's away.
You mean Maggie May's out skiving and all?
Yeah, gone to miss Mr. Baldwin, haven't you?
Mr. Baldwin?
For lunch. And it was dinner last night.
Was it now? He doesn't waste much time, that Mike Baldwin, does he?
Neither does Maggie.
Oh, thanks, love. Money. That's Tarlo. Well, go on then, open it. I mean, it's not going to bite you, you know.
Well, I know, but if I open it now, we'll only spend half at dinner time.
Well, that's what it's for, isn't it? Listen, how you going to know if you've got extra money if you don't open it?
Hey, up. Who says lightning doesn't strike twice?
Hey, it's not going to happen again, has it?
It has, you know.
Hey, she's right. Listen, I've got an extra £4, you know.
And me.
Hey, you're right, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, well, it must be right. We've had a rice kid. I mean, it wouldn't happen 2 weeks on trot, would it?
Come on, Vera. It's Mike Baldwin working for, not Father Christmas.
Well, how do you explain it then?
Well, I can't, can I? But I do know that the first time Mike Baldwin gives us anything without shouting it from rooftops, it'll be first time.
Yeah, she has got a point. You reckon it's a mistake then?
Well, I don't know, do I?
Shouldn't we tell him then?
Oh, yes. Say yeah, Mr. Bunnybags. You'd take the money back. You need it more than we do.
But if it's a mistake?
Well, it's his funeral, isn't it?
I'm going for a drink.
Oh,
How about
me?
me, Tabby?
Yeah, come on.
Oh, hey, what are we going to do?
Well, listen, kid. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go through that door. I'm going to celebrate.
Look, love, will you leave it and we'll talk about it after, all right?
Listen, kid, first rule in any industrial relations is never do in your own time what you can do at firms. Right? Well, come on, are you coming? Yes.
Oh, Tom. It was Stano's answer, in fact.
Oh, he's not in.
Oh, well, I don't suppose it matters. I've just got a couple of leaflets for him.
Leaflets? What leaflets?
It's about grants for home improvement.
Are you sure you've got the right fella?
Well, I think he overheard me telling Mr. Henshaw about grants for insulation. No, I think he thought he was missing out on something.
Missing out on something?
Yeah, well, anyway, there's the bump. Get him to read it, and if he needs any help, give me a shout.
Hang on a minute. If we're missing out on something, he's not the only one that wants to know about it.
Yeah, well, I think it'd be best reading them first, Hilda.
Well, you might as well explain them to me while you're here.
Yeah, well, I'd love to, yeah, but I've got to get back, you see, honest. I mean, I've been out all morning.
Well, another 5 minutes won't make any difference, will it? Look, you couldn't have timed it better as it happens. I've just made a fresh pot of tea.
Oh, well, don't bother for
No,
me.
don't be daft. Just make yourself comfortable. I'll get the cups. Oh, Alf! Are you all right?
I think so.
I know somebody who flaming well won't be when I get my hands on him.
Oh, I should be getting back.
That wasn't the question.
Go on.
No, this good idea of yours, this.
Whose idea?
Well, yours. It was yours to have a light lunch.
Well, it wasn't my idea to come to your flat.
True. But after last night, I thought you enjoyed it here.
I do. But I also have work to do, and it's not going to be easy, not after this.
Oh, come on. What's the rush?
Now, that's not the attitude that built the Baldwin Empire.
I know, but now it's built, I think I'm entitled to lean back and just enjoy it now and then, don't you?
No, I wouldn't argue with that. You got a place in London as well, did you say?
Yeah. Mind you, it's not as modern and profitable as that one over there. But I mean, that's where it all started.
You must have had to have worked very hard.
Well, I'm not a stranger to the word. But then again, neither are you, are you? I mean, that business of yours doesn't exactly run itself, does it?
No business does.
No successful business does.
Oh, right.
You just got the one shop, have you?
For now.
What do you mean, for now?
Oh, I don't intend to stand still, Mike.
I believe you. Mind you, I don't suppose it was easy, was it? Well, being a woman on your own, like, you know.
I'm a free agent, if that's what you're getting at.
It helps.
Well, now you've got the advantage of me. I don't think I like that.
Well, as it's confession time, so am I.
So now we both know where we stand.
Right.
That you, Stanley?
Who are expecting the milkman?
Don't go raising me hopes. His flaming horse would have more about it than you've got, you great fat useless pudding.
What have I done now?
What have you done? What have you ever done except grind my face into the muck?
Hey?
Well, you've done it good and proper this time, haven't you? How I'm ever going to be able to hold my head up in that corner shop again, I'll never know.
What are you talking about?
Come here. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, you broke my chair again.
You thank your lucky stars it's not the only thing what's broke.
How did it happen?
Well, somebody sat on it, didn't they? But not just anybody. Oh, no. Alf Roberts. Councillor Alf Roberts. Well, I tell you this, Stanley. You've shown me up for the very last time. I'm not having that pile of firewood cluttering up this house 1 minute longer. So you can just shape yourself and get it where it should have been years ago, on the flaming tip. And think yourself lucky you're not going with it.
Hello, Emma. Hello, Emma.
What can we do for you?
Just wondered if you had any of those little cake cases left, the ones with the flowers on. Oh, I'm sorry, love. We've only got these white ones. Promise you cakes won't taste any different. Oh, those'll do. 37p.
Oh, thank you. Oh, have you had any luck yet finding a job?
No, not yet. Oh, you're looking for a job? Oh, just something to keep my mind ticking over, really. Anything in particular?
Well, anything in the secretarial line, I suppose, or bookkeeping. I've had experience of that as well. So, if you hear of anything...
Yeah, well, I'll let you know.
Oh, thank you. It's just that I feel as if my life's just slipping away, really. It doesn't seem right somehow, being cooped up all day when I could be being useful.
Yeah, well, I know the feeling.
Well, I still reckon we should keep us traps shut.
Me and all. She working you or something?
Oh, you're a cheeky monkey. Now, listen, you lot. Any minute now, his lordship is going to walk through that door. So if we're going to decide something, we'd better be sharp about it, aren't we?
Yeah, well, I reckon we ought to take a vote on it.
Well, you can do what you like, love, but I know what I'm doing.
What do you reckon we ought to do then, Elsie?
Well, I reckon that Mike Baldwin wouldn't give us a bonus, not without wanting blood in return, and that's for sure.
Oh, you could say that again. But I was thinking it's not forced to be that, is it? I mean, it could be something else. It could be a tax change or something we know not about.
So what are you saying?
Well, I'm saying that we could be perfectly entitled to that money. Mind you, could be a mistake, couldn't it?
But we know that.
Oh, come on, Vera, horrid tying that tongue of yours. I was going to say it could be a mistake, but then again, if it is a mistake, it's not our mistake, is it? So why should we do aught about it?
But supposing it is a mistake, supposing he finds out.
Supposing you'll shut your face.
I'm entitled to my say, same as you.
That's right, kid, you stick up for yourself.
Oh, come on, all right, suppose it is a mistake. I'll tell you something, I don't know if it's a mistake, but I'll tell you one thing. If he walks through that door and finds we haven't done a tap since lunchtime, he's going to use me as a floor cloth and you lot and all.
Hey, what do you reckon then?
Well, I reckon we shouldn't say out till somebody tells us different, all right?
Yeah, okay by me.
Well, that suits me. Oh, thank goodness for that. Now, can we get these machines moving before they rust up?
No chance.
What do you mean, no chance?
Well, it's sea break, isn't it? Right, lasses!
I'm bothering you, kid.
Oh, what do you reckon, Elsie? Do you reckon it's a mistake?
Well, once I said yes, but twice no. Not Mike Baldwin. He's too smart for that, and that's for sure.
He hadn't thought of that.
What are you doing out till this time?
Worried, were you? I'll tell you what I've been doing, Stanley. I've been doing what I should have been doing years ago. Looking at new furniture.
Oh, well, looking's all right.
Ah, but I've not just been looking. Not anymore.
We'll only get new furniture for winning a raffle.
Well, that's just where you're wrong, you see. Because we're going to do what everybody else does for a change. We're not going to beg for it. We're not going to wait for it to fall off a lorry. We're going to buy it.
How?
Easy terms, that's how.
On the drip? That's signing a death warrant.
Easy terms. You don't get classy stuff like that on the drip.
Classy? What do you mean, classy?
You'll find out in the morning.
In the morning?
Yeah, that's when we're going to get it fixed up. So you can just put a clean shirt and tie on and try and look like a fully paid up member of the human race for a change.
He was all right then, was he, Alf?
Oh, it was only his pride that was hurt, that's all.
And Stan's chair.
Oh, well, seeing as he got it out of the ark, I don't think it owes him anything, do you?
Do you know, Len, I would have given my best vest to have seen Alf's face when he hit the deck.
You've got a cruel streak, you have, Lynch. You know that.
Oh, I do. Cheers, love.
Don't put him away.
Your wish is my commando, master.
You know you don't mean that.
Try me.
Oh, bye, Hilda. If it makes you that happy, perhaps we all ought to try it.
Hey?
Well, you didn't have a smile that'd melt an iceberg before you kicked that chair from under Alf Roberts.
But yeah, news travels faster than the grease whippet round
For
here.
your information, Lynch, it was an accident.
Hilda, I'm sorry about the chair. I thought I'd done a good job. I mean, I even tried testing it myself, didn't I?
Yeah, well, what's done's done.
Hey?
It might just have happened for the best.
Alf's very words, Hilda.
Oh, no, I don't mean that. No, I mean, if it hadn't happened, we might never have got a new suite.
You got a new suite?
We're getting one, aren't we, Chuck?
Did you notice how Stan went the colour of putty when she said that?
Gonna get it fixed up in the morning.
Well, they say everything comes to them that waits, Hilda.
Does that mean I can get a drink?
Yes, Stanley.
A pint of bitter?
Half.
Half? I don't drink halves.
Well, you're going to have to learn, because that's the first thing you'll be cutting down on. And the second thing is that great spare tyre you carry around with you. Because if you think I'm having a great fat bag of rubble like you lolloping all over my new furniture, you've got another thing coming.
Aye, aye. What are you doing here, propping the bar up at this time of night? You should be at home getting the meal ready. Rules of the house.
I've just this minute walked in, haven't I, love?
It's true that I'm skinning this goat's else.
All right, well, forget it this once. G&T, please.
Right, love.
Hard day.
Oh, you could say that, which is more than can be said for our bosses.
Yeah, they had lunch together, didn't they?
Yes, and when he came back, he had a smile as broad as the M6. I hope she knows what she's doing.
Oh, she does.
Yeah, he's a very smooth customer, is Mike Baldwin.
Good night, Mr. Baldwin.
Oh, good night, Kathy.
Thanks for the rise.
Right. Hang on a minute. Rise? Oh, what rise?
The one you gave us last week.
I gave you a rise last week.
Is anything wrong, Mr. Baldwin?
Of course it's not, love. Just come in the office a minute, will you? Something I'm not quite clear about.
Of the hits.
Every morning as he's leaving for work, a Japanese wife bows to her husband and she says, "Please go and come back, honourable gentleman." It's true, I heard it on the radio. Isn't it lovely?
I hardly think it's likely to catch on here, Mavis.
Well, it's a nice way to send your husband off to work, though, don't you think?
I think it's rather demeaning, actually, in these days of equality.
Oh, not women's lib again, that rubbish.
I thought you were a disciple.
Not anymore. I've nobody to be liberated from anyway, have I?
No.
Pay my account, please, mate.
Oh, Mr. Baldwin, I was going to send you a bill because I'm afraid it's got to be £28.60. Sorry.
Can you cut an arm off twice? No. Anyway, don't feel sorry for me. Used to pain in my life.
Oh, dear. What's happened to our ebullient Mr. Baldwin?
What?
Sparkling.
I've been paying the girls too much money. Me? Well, not me exactly, but I mean, in the end, it all boils down to me, doesn't it? Word gets round, my mates will think I've become a soft touch. My life, Emily, is a black hole.
Confusion over the PAYE tables, mixing up the H codes and the L codes.
Hey, hang on a minute. You sound as if you know what you're talking about.
Well, yes, Emily used to be a bookkeeper, not to mention office manager, didn't you, Emily?
Oh, yes, but it's some time ago now.
Well, why don't you come and see me this afternoon?
Pardon?
Come and see me this afternoon. Don't worry, I won't bite you. Might even give you a cup of tea.
Emily, I think he's going to offer you a job.
A job there where Ernest...
Oh, yes, I'd forgotten. Still, you have been married again since then, haven't you? Well, sort of.
Thank you, Mavis. Do you know, there's the one word that's guaranteed to crop up in any conversation with you. It's that word marriage. You're becoming obsessed with it.
Sit down, please, Stanley.
I'm not sitting down. I'm not stopping. It's nearly closing time.
Sit down.
Don't talk to me like a flipping schoolboy. If you've got something to say, say it.
Do you know what that was, Stan? That was a very humiliating experience.
Well, it wasn't my fault. They don't ask me if I got a banking account when I go in the row with her pint, do they?
Oh, that's not what I'm talking about.
What are you talking about? Come on, I'm waiting.
Luke, we didn't get HP because you hadn't got a bank account.
No, he said it was required. You heard him.
No, we didn't get it because you wouldn't say how much you earned.
Well, it was none of his business.
But it lost me that sweet, Stan. Didn't you realise that's what would happen?
I realised he was being nosy.
Well, you could have made so much up. Told a lie. If it were that important, I shouldn't know.
Well, I said it varies, and it does.
That's what hurt, you know. You knew how much I wanted that sweet. You knew how much I'd set my heart on it. There were no question of trying to say I got it. And it's been like that all my life, Stan. You don't seem to realise that I want things as well. Just the way you want your pint. Seems to be beyond your comprehension.
But the difference between me going in the row with her pint and you want a three-piece suite costing 300 quid.
No, there isn't. It's just the same. It's what I want out of life. And it's not as though I'm always asking for something, is it? Now, how many three-piece suites have I had in our married life, Stanley? How many new carpets, new coats, new shoes? Go on, how many?
Not many.
No. And what you don't understand is that suite would have made up for all the things I've never had. But it never occurred to you, did it? No. Well, I think I'm ready. There's your £25 back. We'll not be needing it now.
Don't tell me, Stanley, you've done it again.
She doesn't think what a fellow earns is private.
Stanley, that's a very old-fashioned attitude.
Well, I don't think it is. What else have we got left? Us fellas.
Well, you're too late for a cup of tea.
Pardon? Oh, sorry, I had some errands.
The job's still open.
Job?
Now, don't you tease me, Emily Bishop. You know why I asked you to come here. I want someone to help me with the wages. Someone good at figures. Because mine doesn't go blank when they run out of fingers. So what do you say, eh? You come across here, what, 3 days a week and go back with 50 quid in your pocket?
Oh, I don't know, Mr. Baldwin. I am actually looking for a job, but I'm not sure.
I know exactly what you're going to say. You're not sure that you want to work in the same place as Ernie. I can understand that. After it happened, I wanted to burn the place down. I hated it, really. But that would have been a stupid thing to do, wouldn't it? Because it wasn't the building that killed him, it was those two villains. And I still had to make a living for everybody else. But I tell you one, I wouldn't ask you to work in the same office.
I could never do that.
Well, why don't you think about it and let me in? Just think about the good times that Ernie had here. And there were some, I tell you. Hold the line, will you?
All right. I'll think about it.
You were doing me a great favour. I have nightmares about those wages. I keep seeing Vera running down the road, clutching a fistful of fivers. Hey, hello, Baldwin.
It's ridiculous. How do they expect us to...
That didn't take long, whatever it was.
Take no notice of her, Emily. A conch ain't that long for nothing.
Oh, I've got nothing to hide, Elsie. Mr. Baldwin was offering me the job of wages clerk, that's all. Bye.
Well, you know what he's after, don't you? He's after her helping him get his money back. It'd be like having accountants in. And I bet she went to a grammar school and all, because she talks posh. Oh. But I'd like to know who'll give him the wink that we've been overpaid.
Don't know what you're looking at me for.
I don't know who to feel sorry for most. Mrs. Ogden because she never got a sweet, or poor Stan. He does look miserable, doesn't he?
Oh, don't feel sorry for Stanley. He's like a big fairy dog. I mean, one minute he's nicking the weekend joint, the next minute his head's between his paws. It's like a routine with him.
Well, it's definitely Hilda I feel sorry for. That woman's had more disappointments than a damp match. I'm sorry, madam. We don't allow unaccompanied females in this public house, especially when they're hunting in pairs.
Oh, that'll be the day when Emily and me are out on the loose.
You might be good at it, you never know.
Well, we might not. It's 2 tomato juices, please.
Did Rita ever find Len?
I don't think she did.
Oh, happen he's run off with a lady plumber.
I think he's quite satisfied with Rita, don't you?
Well, he's not smothered her yet and buried her under floorboard. 50 pence, please,
yes,
love.
Got it. It's just right.
Thanks, Miss.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Well, cheers. Here's your new job.
Cheers, and by the way, I'm sorry about my little outburst in the shop this afternoon.
It's all right. I've forgotten about it already. Anyway, I mean, you're right. I am obsessed by that unmentionable subject. Do you know, sometimes it's just as if my brain's a stick of rock and it's got marriage written all the way through.
Do you honestly think I've done the right thing, Mavis, taking this job?
Oh, of course I do. You were vegetating at home. It was obvious.
Oh? How was it obvious?
Well, if you don't mind me saying so, Emily, you were becoming a little neurotic.
You calling me neurotic? Well, that's rich, when all you ever think about is men.
I do not think about men all the time, Emily Bishop.
You could have fooled me.
But I've got a lot of other interests.
Such as?
Well, I'm thinking about going on a sailing holiday this summer to learn sailing.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mavis, for snapping at you again. I'm certainly neurotic today. It's because I'm not sure I have done the right thing taking this job.
Oh, have you been home yet, Mr. Fairclough?
No, I haven't, and I'm dying for a pint.
No, it's just that Rita's been looking after you most of the day.
Hey, Fairclough, your missus wants you. What have you been up to?
Well, I haven't been flaming boozing. I haven't had time.
You see? You try and be of service to the public. What happens? You get a flea in your ear. Have you been embalmed or what? Out to Mongolia?
What's the panic?
What?
I poked me nose in the Rovers. Everybody says get home, Rita wants you.
Why can't they mind their own flaming business?
So there's no panic?
Is there, Egg?
What would you flipping credit it? I could have murdered a pint and all. Haven't you even been after me?
Well, I did want a word with you.
What about?
What about Sharon?
Oh, aye.
Mr. Worthington come in shop today, only to buy a book.
Well?
Well, he mentioned Sharon, naturally. He gave me the impression she's not very settled where she is. She's unhappy.
Oh, well, that's got nothing to do with us. It's no longer our responsibility. Thank God. Have we got any pickled onions?
Gone for 70 swingers.
Darling, my darling. My name is Patrick Woodford. I was first married to Elizabeth. Now I'm married to Helen.
You're lumbered!
But in between, there have been Nancy, Josephine, Laura, and Betsy.
I wonder if it's time we had him certified.
Would you kindly remember that Elizabeth's only got baked beans for one?
The Many Wives of Patrick.
There's no need to lose your temper.
I never lose my temper!
Weekdays 8:30 and 1, starting Tuesday on Plus.
Did you hear what I said? What? I said I won't be coming home dinner time. I'm doing a central heating boiler in Whitefield.
Oh, right.
Hey, tell you what, make us a flask of coffee up, will you? Hey, will you do that? Make me a flask of coffee up and then I can take it with me.
Oh, right.
I don't know what's the matter with you. I've had to say everything twice this morning.
Well, I don't think I had more than a couple of hours sleep last night. Thinking about Sharon.
No, don't start on that again.
Well, I just got this feeling that there's something not right with her.
It's all kidology, that. That social worker, what's his name, Worthington, he said that he'd got her into a very good home.
Yeah, I know he did.
Well, then.
Well, I can't help thinking that what he thinks is a good home and what she thinks is a good home might be two different things.
If by that you mean that Sharon might have to toe the line a bit more than usual, then that won't do it the slightest bit of harm, will it, eh? And it's got nothing to do with us anymore, you know. So get your mind off it.
Have we got any bacon?
We're not like other people, us. Other people seem to live a different kind of life to what we do.
Well, if there's no bacon, can we have 2 or 3 slices of fried bread?
I sometimes feel I'm walking about with 2 heads, like someone off another planet.
What are you on about?
Us, you and me. We must be the only people in the entire country what can't have stuff on the HP.
Oh, you're back to the 3-piece suite, are you?
Yeah. Very humiliating, that was. Of course, you wouldn't notice, you've sunk that low.
Are we going to have any breakfast or not?
Other people? Huh. Folk are running after them, begging and pleading with them to buy stuff on the HP. But us? Well, of course, they've only got to take one look at you.
Me?
Yeah, that fella in the shop had you weighed up, and you know what you come to? Nowt a pound.
We're better off the drip. Otherwise, you've a load of debt on your back.
Well, I've had you on my back for the past 30-odd year. I mean, look at this furniture. It's falling to bits. Should have been chucked out years ago. Yeah, and you with it. What are you doing home at this time?
See, right time, Hilda. The wagon's over to in Maudsley Street. And I've got a present for you.
A present?
Yeah. There you are. Smart, stylish, comfortable. Any home in the land would be proud of that.
It's a buffet.
It's a puffet, Stanley. And it's for you, Hilda. Token of respect and esteem.
Crawling round because you broke a chair leg.
Do you know, you could take the gloss off anything, you could. Well, what do you think, Hilda? Great, innit?
You got that off the tip, haven't you?
No.
Yes, you have. You've got it off the tip.
Well, nearly. I rescued it. I mean, it's a world of difference, you know.
Not to me.
Hilda, look, we live in a throwaway society. It's up to the likes of you and me who are shrewd and discerning to snap up these little treasures.
I'm having no more cast-offs in this house. So you can get that out of here and shove it back on the tip where it belongs. And you can take him with you.
Well, I'm relying on you. I want a new deal on the accounts and the wages. I'm hoping that you will be super efficient.
I shall do my best, Mr. Baldwin.
I know that.
And if I've any problems, I'll have to come back to you.
Yeah, you do that. Oh, there is one thing. That overpayment I made to the girls. Start to claw it back within the next 2 weeks, will you?
I see you're not letting it go then.
Oh, too right I'm not. They think I've gone soft. They'll be after my blood. Like a tiger that's just had his first man for dinner. Can't have that, can we? Not when it's my business on the menu.
Here we are, hot and strong like a Turkish wrestler. Oh, I'm sorry. Are you waiting for me?
No, just shopping, just getting some cigars.
Oh, I thought perhaps for a moment. Sharon's all right, is she?
Sharon, she's fine. Like I told you, she's very well placed. Bye now.
Bye. Oh, you know, when I saw him standing there, it gave me quite a turn. I thought perhaps... I didn't show myself up, did I?
Oh, not especially. Anyway, it's been in before, hasn't it?
Yeah. I think he calls in hot weight at the office.
Why did you think he'd come about Sharon, then?
Oh, I don't know. No good reason, really. I mean, according to him, this permanent foster home she's in's just the job for her.
Would you have liked to have had her permanently?
Pointless question.
No, but would you?
Len wouldn't.
That's not what I asked.
Oh, give it a rest. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, honest.
But I'm only taking an interest, Rita.
Yes, I know you all over. I'm sorry, I shouldn't jump down your throat like that. To tell the truth, I'm a bit on edge about her. I don't know why, I just am. And I know she's not my responsibility anymore.
Is it all right, this Bulgarian lad?
Pardon?
The wine, Bulgarian. Only I've noticed before you go in for it. It's just that it's not a vintage that I'm cognizant with, you know.
Well, you'd have to ask my husband, Arthur, about that. He's the wine expert, with him travelling a lot.
You don't mind me asking, do you? I mean, there's some round here I wouldn't dream of asking, like here at 29. Nothing but bottles in here, just been.
Well, I did hear she was... Oh, we just like to have a little drink at home, with a meal. I'm not a great one for the public house.
Oh, no, I'm exactly the same. Never set foot in it from 1 week to the next. Yeah, well, I'll let you get on.
I was wondering if you would do me a little favour.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, well, we've had this new lounge suite, you see, velvet, and I just can't find a place for the old suite. I mean, there just isn't the room. So I wondered if you could take it away for me.
Oh, I'm sorry, love. You'll have to ring the depot. I mean, we're not allowed to touch nothing like that. Old suite, you say?
Yes. Oh, it's just round the back here. I mean, there wasn't room in the house. Well, I mean, it's been a good suite. There just isn't the room. Who would I be best speaking to?
Pardon?
At the depot.
Ah, yeah, well, little tricky problem there. You see, there's an internal power struggle going on, and it's a job to know who to speak to. I suppose your best bet would be Mr. Constantiouris. Oh, no, hang on, he's off sick, isn't he? No, his calls are all going through accounts. Still, I suppose they'd give you an estimate. Well, not an estimate, an estimated form, you know.
Oh, couldn't you take it?
Well, I couldn't, love. I mean, I couldn't get it on the vehicle. I mean, I'd love to take it, but I can't. Well, not officially, that is.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, I could shift it for you, but I'd have to lay on the transport like a private job. You know, I mean, I'd be out of pocket.
I'll give you £5. Would that cover it?
Well, why not?
Hello, Mrs. Walker.
Hello, dear. Is that my lady?
Yes, I was coming for a bite of lunch, so I thought I'd bring it with me. Then you get it a day early.
Thank you very much. I'm very much attached to the lady, as you know. It's a calm, civilized voice in the midst of vulgar tumult.
I feel like that about Terry Wogan. Can I have medium sherry, please?
I'd love to spend an hour with you, you know that.
Well, what's so important?
Well, a bit of business has cropped up. Oh, just the man I'm looking for. Buy your own. Oh, charming. Give us half a lag and a pint of bitter for me. I would have bought Stan one, but not the way he's spoken to.
Ah, well, I was only joking, you
I'm
know.
pulling him a pint and off.
Well, it depends. Stanley, I didn't mention it earlier because Hilda was listening, but you and me are going on a mission this afternoon.
Oh, I'm tied up.
Forget it.
Mind you, I might get out of it, mate.
Leaving one in the pump.
Do you know, Stanley, you're anybody's for the price of a pint.
Would you like people saying that about you?
It wouldn't bother me, love. Everybody knows I don't drink pints.
3 gin and tonics, bet, love.
Yeah, in a minute. You can tell when it's payday, can't you?
Hey,
what's up? Well, this isn't right. I'm £4 lightning.
Hang on.
Hey, I am and all.
Hey, up, look what it says on the payslip here. Deductions due to previous overpayments.
Oh, flipping it. Well, that's a dead liberty, that.
It's that Emily, innit?
Do you know, I had a feeling, the minute she got that job, she was going to be an awkward cow.
Oh, come on, Vera, Sean does what Baldwin tells us, same as we all do.
Well, it was Baldwin's fault we were overpaid. He should stand it.
3 G&Ts, Ida.
Oh, no, I'm only paying for my own now. They can get theirs.
We're more skint than we thought we were.
Yeah, well, you'll think what you like. Just wait till I say that Emily Bishop.
So, you've had all the dinner you're getting?
And very nice it was too. You know, you do wonders with this sausage, Hilda.
Look, whatever it is you're after.
Nothing. You going out?
Why?
Just asking, that's all. Just a conversational probe, you know.
Yeah, well, I am if you must know.
Good.
Why is it good?
For no reason.
Oh.
Well, it's a nice day to go round the shops, you know.
Oh, it isn't. If I see anything I fancy, I can't afford it.
Where are you going then? Bingo.
Bingo? I'm going to Mike Baldwin's flat, that's where I'm going. To get stuck into a pile of his dirty washing.
Oh.
Because that's my life, you know. No pleasure. It's all bed and work.
Well, cheer up, Hilda. Something nice might happen.
Oh, nothing nice ever happens to me.
It might. I've got that feeling.
Yeah. Well, the last time I had that feeling, and it was a very long time ago, you know what happened?
What?
I met Stan.
OK, Stan.
Has he gone?
Yeah, come on, get your car, let's get cracking. We're going to make Hilda's day, whether she likes it or not.
Hello, Marion.
What are you doing here?
Well, I thought I'd just pop over for some lunch. Good a place as any. And I thought you'd be in here.
Oh, you know my boss, Elsie, don't you?
Yes, we have met.
Would you like a drink?
Oh, half a lager, please.
No, thanks. I have to get back across the road.
2 halves of lager, please. You work for Mike Baldwin, don't you?
Yes, I'm one of his wage slaves.
What's he like to work for?
I suppose he's as good as anybody else when things are going well and he's earning the money.
And are they? Going well?
Well, yes, as good as anybody else's place, I should say, touch wood.
2 lagers for 2 please.
He comes in here for dinner sometimes.
Who, Mike Baldwin? Oh, does he? I thought you were meeting already for lunch.
Oh, he's got something on. Sort of business deal, he said.
Thank you.
Right, come on, Stanley, let's get loaded up. We'll do the couch first. Nice, isn't it?
That woman gave you some money, didn't she?
Money? No, mate.
Yes, she did. I saw you take it.
Oh, that money, yeah. Yeah, it was the change, you know. I mean, I paid her for the stuff and she gave me a £5 in the change. Come on, let's get it loaded.
Hang on. How much do you reckon you paid for it?
Look, Stanley, why don't you leave the high finances to them that understand it? Now, come on, let's get it shifted.
Well, I don't know how I'm going to manage for money, you know. Especially with it being holiday weekend.
Get your Jack to tip up.
Him? If I'd have had to rely on his money, I'd have starved years ago.
All right, lasses, come on, let's get cracking, eh?
Here's them samples you were asking for.
Oh, good, I could do with that this afternoon. Might be an order for us.
Oh, good luck to you then. Oh, by the way, I went through a little cross-examination about you this dinner time.
Oh, yeah. The vat men been round, have they?
Not unless he was heavily disguised as a size 12 florist.
Oh, Maggie Dunlop been looking for me, has she?
Well, not exactly. I wouldn't say that, no. But she was in the Rovers, and it's quite obvious she was hoping you were going to come in.
Well, I've always had this aura with women, you know, like moths around a flame. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, Mr. Wonderful. Anyway, she was asking a lot of questions about you.
Like I said, I can't blame the girl, can I?
And about your business.
So what, fascinate her?
All right, have it your own way.
You know, I like this maternal streak you got about me. But don't worry, I can handle women.
Famous last words.
Oh, Ivy, have you got the order sheets for Robertson's, please? I need them for making out the invoices.
Oh, hang on, I want me to take.
You were quick to start doing boss's dirty work, weren't you?
I beg your pardon?
Your word. Listen, I'm £4 short in my wage.
Yes, I explained that on the pay slip. It's because you've been overpaid in previous weeks.
That weren't our fault.
No, I agree, but all the same, you were paid more than you were entitled to.
Yeah, but listen, that's not fair, is it? I mean, we've gone and spent it.
Why has it gone quiet? Why has everything stopped?
Because I was £4 short in my wage.
That's right. And just be grateful I'm taking it in easy stages and not all in one chunk.
Well, I think that's diabolical.
Now, you listen, dear. You've had the money once, right? So you're not missing anything. And when you were getting too much and you knew you were getting too much, you kept stum about it, didn't you? And another thing, If there hadn't been one honest person amongst you, you'd have still been drawing too much and keeping your mouth shut.
How much further now, Stanley? Keep right on to the
shut
end
up,
of the
I'm a
road.
jigger.
Keep
What
right
are you lads up to? Don't tell me you're doing a moonlight. Well, it's still daylight.
Keep your nose out of it.
I am just being neighbourly. What's this? By X, Stan. You're not running away from home, are you, love?
Mind your own business, Lynch.
You are, aren't you, Stan? You're heading for Inkerman Street, aren't you?
Never mind Inkerman Street, that's soon a note. We're just good friends.
Listen, not that it concerns you, but you've got the wrong end of the stick. We're not moving stuff out, we're moving stuff in. This is new furniture for Hilda.
Well, it might be new for Hilda, love, but to anybody else it'd be a load of old tat. I knew it must be you, because there's only you soft enough.
I couldn't help it. I thought he'd given me a rise. I was only saying thank you.
Well, he'd have told you if he were going to give you a rise, wouldn't he?
Crawling to him, that's what you were doing. You've cost me £4 this week, and next week, and the week after.
Oh, give it a rest, will you, Vera?
Stop getting on at last.
I'm only saying should have kept her mouth shut, the stupid little cow.
Here's your order sheet.
Thank you, Emily.
What's the matter? What's wrong? Oh, it's only Vera nagging her again.
Oh, well, are you pleased with yourself?
Well, I wanted to tell us to keep her mouth shut about Baldwin paying us so much. I didn't know she was a mardy pants as well.
I'm all right.
You see, she's all right. I was just saying should have kept her mouth shut.
Oh, were you? Well, if ever I heard a case of the pot calling the kettle black, that's it. Because from what little I've seen of you, and it's been quite enough, you're all mouth.
Hey,
you
now.
ought to be thoroughly ashamed of yourself picking on the girl. You're old enough to be the girl's mother,
Hey,
so you
you're-
ought to know better. No, you don't like it. I've noticed your type are better at handing it out than taking it. Well, if I hear of you picking on this girl again, you'll have me to deal with.
Get her? Well, you asked for that, Vera.
I know, but who'd have thought it of her?
Oh, never underestimate Emily. She can be as hard as rock when she wants.
Oh, I'm jiggered.
Stanley, get off!
What's up with you?
Well, I want Hilda to see it, don't I? I don't want you sprawled all over the flaming thing.
It's the city you're not looking at.
Shut up, she's here.
Oh, Stanley, what are you still doing on with this time? Now, just get out on them... What's this?
Ta-da! What do you think of that, then?
Whose is it?
Well, yours.
Look, I told you this morning, I'm not having no stuff off that tip.
It's not off the tip. Look at it, Hilda. Examine it. I picked up this suite in the course of my business dealings. I'm just giving you first refusal, that's all. Of course, if you don't want it, well, fair enough.
Well, where did you get it?
Very high-class neighbourhood. Property of a lady. Widow of a brain surgeon.
Well, it's quite presentable.
Oh, yeah, it's what they call a near antique, that. I mean, there's people in avenues and crescents who snatch your hand off for that sort of stuff, you know.
Do you know they had one somewhat similar in Brideshead Revisited?
Yeah, well, I wouldn't be at all surprised. I mean, that is the very stuff that the knobs sit on. Still, if you don't want it, well, just say so.
Well, I'd set my heart on you.
It's better than you, this, Hilda. It's got veneer. It's got class.
It's got a stain on this end.
That, Stanley, is what we know in the trade as patina. It's the marks of time and gracious living.
Yeah, well, it's not bad for somebody's cast off.
Cast off? Hilda, we're not talking about an outsized pair of ladies' knickers with the elastic gone, you know. Look, when Prince Philip trundles back from the little antique shop with a little whatnot for Her Majesty, she doesn't call it a flaming cast-off.
Well, how much do you want for it?
You can have it for what I paid for it, 20 quid. Or we'll call it a week's lodgings in lieu.
Right, we'll have it. Stan can make up your lodging money, put a few hours in.
Hey?
Yes, it's very nice, even if it's not brand new.
It's an investment. Hello, what have I found on the cushion?
Hey, there might be more where that came from.
Hey, what do you think you're doing?
You might be sitting on a fortune.
Oh, forget it, Stanley. I was only kidding. It's my fiver. I just wanted to see your face.
But that's where people do hide money, in chairs and things.
Now, look, just get this straight, Stan Ogden. Any damage done to my suite, any marks or tears, I'll do the same to you now. Have you got that?
Yeah.
Right. So no more broken legs then, eh?
Hello, love.
Hello, Nell. What's for tea?
How did steak and chips grab you?
Great. What are you after?
Nothing. Just feel like being nice to you. And anyway, you're not a bad lad.
I know, that's what I keep telling you. I don't think you're listening.
Oh, sorry I went on at you last night. And this morning. I know, I've been a bit moody.
Well, you were mithering on a bit, weren't you?
I know. And I've been thinking, I mean, this family that Sharon's with, they sound all right. I mean, Mr. Worthington knows what he's doing, doesn't he?
Right. And anyway, like I said, even if they're not all right, it's none of our business now, is it? Do I still get steak and chips?
Yeah, of course you do.
And there's another thing, you know.
What?
If Sharon was here, I wouldn't get such big helpings, would I?
Is it right you're doing a bit of refurnishing at your house then?
Yeah, it's been delivered this afternoon.
Come to think of it, I did see something being trundled on Stan's cart, but I thought it were a load of do-it-yourself firewood.
It's a valuable lounge suite, actually. What they call a near antique.
Well, from what I saw, antiquated would be more the word.
Oh, no. No, they made that suite when they knew how to make proper furniture. It's the genuine article. None of your dangerous foaming Polly what's-his-name.
How old is it, do you reckon?
Well, I wouldn't like to say offhand.
As old as you, for instance?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, that makes it antique in my book.
It's well made and genuine, like me. Not all cheap and dyed and false padding, like you.
Hey, Stan. She likes that sweet. And if it makes her happy, don't knock it.
Ah, but how much to pay for it?
Never you mind.
I think she paid you. Take it.
Stanley, I didn't want to charge Hilda for that sweet. I had to.
Hey?
Well, it's human nature, isn't it, Stan? I mean, what you don't pay for, you don't value. It's sad, but that's the way people are. I mean, I'm not like that. If I get something for nothing, I'm very happy. But then, I'm a wise man, aren't I?
Ah, shut up and get him in.
Beth, large scotch, vodka and tonic.
Right, love. That's twice already I've been in here today. I'm beginning to feel quite a regular.
Yeah. Heard you were in at lunchtime.
Oh, my word, news travels fast. Did your informant suggest I might be chasing you?
Wouldn't worry me if you were, darling.
What do you think I'm chasing you?
Well, let's say that you're running slow enough for me to catch up, and I appreciate that.
That was great, that love, too.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. Mind you, at them prices, it ought to be good.
I think we'll have an hour down the Rovers later if you feel like it.
I don't know. Don't feel like going out tonight. Is that our front door? Sharon!
Hello.
Hello, come here. Oh, how nice to see you. Do you know we're only talking about you this morning?
Were you? Yeah. What were you saying?
Well, just wondering how you were going on at your new place, you know. How are you going on?
I hate it. I can't stick it.
Well, Mr. Worthington said it was a nice place, that there were nice people.
Yeah, well, maybe they are. Maybe it's me that's horrible, but I can't stick it anymore. And that's why I've come here tonight. To ask you.
Ask us what?
Can I come back? Will you have me? Please. Can I stay here?
Of course you can, love.
Oh.